Hey, you guys. All right, so on this quick video, I am going to be talking all about service agreements and why you need to not be operating without one. Okay, so let's say you're a newbie and you just land your first contract. Okay, so usually when you first land a contract, the people that are hiring your company, they will be sending you some paperwork, okay, some vendor agreements, all of their demands and policies. They're going to send you information. They want your insurance information. They're going to want your EIN number, your W-9 form. They're going to ask you for all of these documents. And a lot of times when you're new, you're happy. So you're filling out all this stuff, you're sending them all your information and stuff, and you're just ready to get to work so you can get to the monies. Okay. But a lot of times we're moving so fast that we forget all about protecting ourselves. Yes, we need to protect ourselves, and we need to be giving them what's called a service agreement. Yep. So I like to give my service agreements out in the beginning when they're handing over their stuff to me. Around that same time, that's when I hand my service agreement to them. Okay, so that it's a no-brainer. You understand, we are a business. So just like you're sending me your demands that you want me to sign over, here are mine. Okay, not only does that make you look professional, a lot of times when you don't have a service agreement, it makes you look like a newbie because you don't have a service agreement. And a lot of times people will tend to take advantage of you when you don't have a service agreement. Okay. That's really like strike one. Like they especially people that are like contractors, they're used to construction companies, big time construction companies. They're used to um, dealing with a lot of different contractors, right? So they can tell the new guys against the old guys, the old heads that are business wise and business minded. They can tell the difference between you guys. Okay. So in the beginning, I say all that just to say, do not operate without a service agreement. Okay, do not do this to yourself. Okay, I don't care who it is. I don't care whether it's with residential. I don't care how cool you might get with the client. They ass need a service agreement. Okay, I've heard so many horror stories with both residential and commercial where you go inside the house. I'm talking residential right now, and you start cleaning, and the client says, well, you think you can do inside the refrigerator too? And you end up doing inside the refrigerator. And mind me, you already gave them a low quote, and you quoted them for a general clean, but you end up doing some deep clean type stuff in there, right? So at the end, when it's time for them to pay you, they're going to pay you for a general clean. And now you have to go with this back and forth with the client, like, well, hey, wait a minute, I have to go up on my price because, you made me do the baseboards, and you asked me to hand wash the fans, and you asked me to go inside of the stove. So I did extra. So now you have to pay me extra. See, you don't want to ever end up having to go back and forth with the client, with over money. It needs to be an understanding in the beginning. You need to have a service agreement out saying, listen, this is all we're going to do for this price, baby. This is it. Okay. You need to have a scope of work saying, this is what we're going to do for this amount of money. Okay. And you need it in details, when they need to pay you, how they need to pay you. Everything needs to be in the service agreement. Now, I'm going to show you guys a example of my service agreement that I have, okay? Because I put together a service agreement for move in, move out apartment complexes. If you're doing apartment complexes, you definitely need to give them a service agreement, okay? Because they will try you up and down. They need a service agreement, Okay. So I'm going to show you guys my service agreement that I put together. And to this day, if something happens that's not in my service agreement, I'll go back to my service agreement and I will implement new stuff every time something happens, right? That pisses me off. I will just change up my service agreement so that that doesn't happen again. So let me show you guys. Okay, so this is my service agreement. You see here on top, it says cleaning services contract, move in, move out, deep cleaning. Okay, and by the way, I do have these forms for sale now for $55. You can get over 100 business forms. Okay, and this form is in that package deal as well. All right, so moving right along, you see right here, it says this agreement made between Tenacity Clean, where the contractor and the client's name will be right here. Okay. Services, contractor will provide, and then you put, the services, the location right here. Okay. Then terms of agreement. How long is this agreement? Okay, so it's very important that for apartment complexes, you keep them on a 12-month. You want to at least lock them down for 12 months. That way nobody else can come in and take your contract. All right, so if you're on a 12-month contract with them, you're supposed to be safe. They're supposed to keep another person from coming in and knocking you out the way. So anyway, this agreement shall be in effect for 12 months starting date. Today is the starting date, okay? And at the end of this year period, the contract shall be extended for an additional year if either party indicates no desire to terminate the contract, all right? So that's very important that you put your people on a yearly contract, all right? Termination of agreement. In this event that the agreement proves unsatisfactory within 30-day written notice by either party may terminate the agreement, okay? If the client terminates without notice, the client will be billed for the entire month's services, okay? The contractor, however, may terminate this agreement at any time without notice for non-payment of services. You got to put this stuff in there to save you, okay? So here are my prices. All right, these are standard prices for Savannah. In your city, it may be different, okay? I just won a contract where we are at $250 per turn. But this particular contract is at $150, as you can see, for a studio, for a 2-bedroom, for a 3-bedroom. The clubhouse is in between $180 and $250. For a deep clean, it's in between $165 and $180. For a model clean, it's $85. Okay, inconvenience fee. Okay, because sometimes they like to schedule shit and it's not ready. So they will get charged an extra $30 for sending us out there and the damn thing ain't ready to be cleaned. Okay. So they will also, for a last minute same day cleaning, we'll charge them an additional $50. Okay, because they like to do that same day last minute stuff. All right. Now, as you see right here, it says invoices for cleaning services are emailed on the last day of each week within terms of net 15. Okay, because I like my stuff to be on the net 15. That's what I like. So that's what I put. If you do net 30, then hey, if you buy these forms from me, just change it to net 30 if that's what you like. Okay. So B says invoices not paid within 30 days of the invoice date will be assessed a finance charge of 1.5%. Okay, so we will charge them 1.5% if they are late within 30 days. if it's not paid within 30 days. Okay. It's very important that we get our money on time because we have to pay out a lot of contractors. Okay. And this can F up your cash flow if you don't fix this. Okay. All right. So account delinquent after 60 days will be put on a cash basis for any future bookings. Okay. And then D is if the client account is referred to by a collection agency or an attorney for collections, the attorney fee and cost of collection shall be recoverable by the contractor. Okay, so right here, we're going to go over, see right here on number 5, it says price adjustments. This is just letting them know that there will be no price adjustment for the services within the 12-month period. Okay, we ain't changing no prices. If you agree to this, this is going to be what it is. Okay, for 12 months. Right here is just letting them know. Number 6 is letting them know about the chemicals. We provide our own chemicals. All right. Now let's move right along. All right. All this is just talking about the insurance. We carry our own insurance. We are independent contractors. We are independent. And this right here is entire contract, the agreement, and the attached Pacifics are the entire agreement between both parties. Yeah. Let me slide on down. Okay, so right here, you see where it says 13? This is stuff that I actually added on because the template didn't have this type of stuff. So on number 13, I put if the unit is bug infested, it has gnats, maggots, roaches, mice, ticks, or whatever the hell in there, guess what? We will not be able to clean the unit and will kindly ask you to reschedule. Okay. On number 14, it says the contractors arrive and the unit is not, if the contractors arrive and the unit is not ready, we will charge you a $30 inconvenience fee for having to drive out there for no reason. Okay. Number 15 is if blood, feces, throw up, urine, any bodily fluids are in the unit, we will ask that you have someone else remove it before we start the cleaning process. Okay. This is all stuff that I went through, you guys, and that's what made me create this service agreement. Number 16 says if the client decides to change compliance companies, they will be billed $100. This amount will cover the compliance company fee because what usually happens with apartment complexes a lot is they change compliance companies, right? And that means that you will have to end up paying an extra $100 to a compliance company. And I don't think that's right. So I put that cost on my clients. You need to pay because you decided to change compliance companies. For my newbies, you might not understand this, but you'll get it once you start dealing with apartment complexes. And last but not least, client must let us know when they decide to change management, email, or if they were to sell the company. Before sale of the company, the balance must be paid in full. Okay, because that happens a lot, you guys. They end up selling the company, they end up changing emails, changing management companies, and that's just letting them know that they must let us know before they jump companies and stuff like that. And then at the bottom has our scope of work and what we will do, for the job. Okay. So in a nutshell, that's it. That is my service agreement, you guys. You guys can click on the link down below. Make sure you purchase this form. It is inside of the 100 business forms that we're selling. It is on sale right now for $55. You will get over 100 business forms, okay, for $55. And I'm only going to have this sale for the month of March. In April, we will be going up on our price to $80. Okay. So make sure you guys act fast. All right. But this is my service agreement. And believe it or not, I'm still adding on to it because every time something happens, I add on to my service agreements, and I suggest you guys do the same. Okay. So I'm not going to hold you. I hope you guys got some kind of enlightenment on this video. All right. Until next time, I'm out of here.